Leo Venus, this is your monthly love and relationship reading for the month of March 2026. As you can see, I already started this reading until I realized that my mic wasn't on, so maybe my nose itching. So maybe that has something to do with you feeling like your voice isn't being heard and the situation. Okay, so the card that I got for you is being needy, make friends and spend time by yourself to take pressure off your relationship. And then for you, I pulled Three of Swords reversed, Three of Wands reversed, and the Page of Cups reversed, talking about you healing from a recent heartbreak or healing from feelings of being separated, maybe jumping into a relationship too soon as well. And then we've got the Three of Wands reversed, very low expectations here, almost none. Sort of a negative viewpoint on relationships, or at least on yourself, and then having negative emotional messaging. So when you're in the relationship and dating or with your person, whatever your specific case is, your communication style is more negative at this time in March. So it's like you're not necessarily being petty, rude, hateful, or anything like that. It looks more like you're being just, oh, okay, or like, oh, I don't want to, or just a little depressive, I would say, in your communication. And then here, Five of Pentacles reversed. This could be two things. First off, it's feeling like you're on the inside looking out. So this could relate to a relationship where you have one. Okay. This could also just be trying to move away from trauma bonded situations with that Five of Pentacles. Like you almost, okay, so you got out of a trauma bonded relationship, like that's what this is looking like. So for them, this could be a specific person. This could be, okay, we're getting a whole fucking story here. Okay. So this is your person, right? Love relationship. And that's what comes out last. So that means that is ultimately at the base of their focus, but then there's all this other stuff that comes first. So we have the Two of Wands reversed. No clear plan, not a lot of sexual energy there, or maybe there's some issues around your sexual connection at this time. And then we have the Seven of Swords reversed. So it's looking like, again, that's another no real plan card, lacking in strategy, lacking in a new way of handling things. So right off the rip, and then they get the Sun as well for themselves. So they have a lot of happiness and joy in the relationship and in themselves, yet they do not have new approaches or a way of new thinking or a new plan of attack to understanding you in this situation, understanding the relationship in this situation. If we go back to this, it's like, you need emotional support from a time of trauma that you're healing through, and they don't really know how to handle it. They are focused on their happiness, and they do love you, or they are interested in continuing the relationship, but they're not being supportive at all. In fact, they may even be withholding in finances or be rather demanding in the way that, like, you step it up if you feel like, I'm not really ready yet to work on my career, or to go back to work, or to put in extra hours overtime or whatever. And then they're just like, well, I'm not going to support you through this. Maybe they don't have many financial resources to support you with at this time. Either way, the center of this is them generally being happy and a little happy-go-lucky here too, and really not having any plans or foresight for the future. So what's the major issue that y'all are facing in March? Take that too. Four Swords. Okay, so things are kind of on ice at this time. So we've got the God, this deck is pissing me off. Page of Pentacles, Elemental. Okay, so this is actually a Knight of Cups over here. I get confused. Please forgive me. I love this deck, but it is confusing. It doesn't have the normal things. So this is you. Negative emotional messaging, okay, fine. It's more that you're not willing to go forward with like be overly romantic or have a big show of like compassionate love, and you're not communicating in a very loving way at this time. So, yeah, we already covered that. So, what's the issue? There's a lack of learning when it comes to coldness and criticism and thinking that you know everything, but not really. And things have been put on ice. So, someone in the situation thinks that they know everything and are being cold and critical. I really would think at this point in the reading that it's your person, just because of their like the sign here of them kind of being in love with them fucking selves. And then we've got the learning card. And this is also a card of looking at things on the surface level as well, which we see here with them not really having the capabilities, the understanding, or the perspective, or even the desire to come up with a plan or a way of handling and navigating the relationship with you in the state where your heart's been broken in the past, you're dealing with trauma, you have very low expectations for how the relationship could go. You're not really putting any demands on them. So who's being needy here, you know? Four of Wands at the base. I mean, things go on at home. Things are going on at home. That's where the issues are at. So what do you want out of the situation? Nine of Wands reversed. You just want to be able to let down your defenses. What do they want out of the situation? They want their cake and to eat it too with the Wheel of Fortune. They also want things to just move forward. They don't know how to help you. They're not really trying to figure out how to help you or better support you. They just want everything to magically get better and let's go back to the way it used to be, or even let's move on to these other things. They have some kind of desire here. I'm noticing the candle. They have some kind of like self-actualization desire that they want to progress in as a couple, and you're holding them back because your fires are burning low. I've been watching Game of Thrones. Your fires have been burning low, right? Like you just 10 of Cups. This is even like emotionally this goes back to family issues. Like maybe they want to have children and you're like, I'm not ready. Maybe they want to start a family or move away out of family issues, right? And then this even goes back to you. You could be dealing with things that go back to childhood trauma, family and marital trauma, generational trauma. Okay, so you're dealing with some pretty deep shit from a long time ago and a long time coming. They just want everything to be happy go lucky and all is right with the world. And oh, I'm in my love relationship. Everything's fucking fantastic. And they are not equipped and they are not looking for a strategy or plan to move forward. Okay, so what are your fears in the relationship, Leo Venus? Five of Wands, having to compete. Compete for what? Hermit reversed. Compete for to be out in the world, to do more. Man, I'm getting like lowest common denominator. You're dealing with deep issues. They're living on the surface of life. You don't want to have to compete by taking yourself into a space of living on the surface of life again when there's so much more to your world and the deep things that you're dealing with. And you feel like in order to please them, be with them, compete for their attention, you have to be superficial and just want to go out and hang out with friends and talk about nonsense and whatever. And so you're afraid that like in order to get any attention in this relationship, you have to be interested in the same basic bitch shit that your person is kind of over here involved in. My dog's stuck under the table. Well, does she need help? Oh my gosh. She's elderly. She's 14-year-old Australian Shepherd, and she was fully trapped under, like her ass was trapped under our coffee table. Her mobility is low. Sometimes people just need help, and that's okay. That's why we're all here to support each other in times of difficulty. Got the 8 card here. Strength. Reversed. You know? If you're weak, sometimes you need support. Sometimes people need help. That doesn't mean they're not worth helping. That doesn't mean that they'll never be better or have more to say or do or don't have anything to offer. Of course they have things to offer. Petting my dog. She's a good girl, huh? Anyway. Oh. All right. What are their fears in the relationship? The Star. 5 of Pentacles reversed. Their fear is that they will never reach their dreams because they are not an insider. They are not one in the in crowd. They are not reaching higher levels of health and wealth. And they're definitely trying to fit in with a crowd here. A very superficial crowd at that. They're also showing weakness here and impatience, really. I think the strength reversed, there's something there for the relationship as a whole for you both. While you're showing weakness due to injury, essentially, emotional injury, they're showing impatience and a lack of persistence, lack of being self-contained. Like, you go out into public and you're looking around for everyone's approval rather than just loving yourself and having the confidence on that basis. And people who like you will be drawn to you. People that respect that will be drawn to you, and others can fuck off. And okay, so it's that kind of vibe. How do you see them right now? 6 of Cups reversed. Do you feel that they are being very emotionally withholding with you? Where's the unconditional love? Why are you not carrying me in my time of trouble? You know, it's like, as long as I do what you want, you know, as long as I go out and get the money, or as long as I act like I'm part of the in crowd or enjoy all these stupid ass things, and that these people that your person deems are important for their dream and career advancement or whatever that is, the dream advancement. You know, if I don't do that, then like your person is like, well, I don't love you anymore energy. They may not be saying that specifically, but it's that conditional love card. All right, how do they see you right now? How do they see Leo, Venus in March? $12 reversed. Is that Justice in this deck? Lovers. They do feel that y'all have a shared goal, like a shared purpose with the Lovers card at the base. Let's see. No, the Chariot is 7. What's 12? Hangman, okay. Hangman reversed. They see you as not having any new perspective. They can't see you, is what I really got as I was shuffling there. They don't see how you are going through this shit. And so they see party girl or the party guy. They see the person who's always been the same. I just don't feel that that's the case with you. They just aren't acknowledging that something has changed, that you're really dealing with something. And this card I'm waving around here is, in fact, the Page of Cups, the card that I thought was that one, right? So it's back. Negative emotional messaging. See, I fuck up on purpose here. I fuck up for a good reason in my readings. Thank God. So how can you support them right now? How can you support them right now, Leo, Venus? Just like, I want the support. I hear you. Wisdom. Page of Pentacles. Make an offer towards them. And it needs to be an intuitive offer. Something that you have an intuition about, a way of making an offer, or an olive branch in a way. 8 of Cups reversed to clean up. Something needs to be cleaned up. So use your intuition to make an offer towards them to clean something else, clean something up. Clean what up? Four of Wands, the house. Seven of Pentacles. That could be the garden. That could be outside, the lawn. Chariot reversed, the car. Okay, so if you make a effort, an offer, and use your intuition on this, so what I want to say about that is when you sense that they are feeling a sense of overwhelm or the sense of disappointment, they're worried about this future dream that they've been trying to achieve, make an offer to help them clean the house, the car, their car. If if y'all don't have shared resources or whatever, like offer to clean their shit, offer to pick up or put away or organize XYZ, right? Very weird. Okay, but that is how you can support them. That's what it's saying. So what can you ask for support with from them? Five of Swords and the Ace of Wands reversed. Ask them for support twofold. One, let them know that you do not have the energy right now to do something at all costs. So that would be like if they're really pushing you to do something or they're something in life, even if it's not directly from them, is pushing you to do something beyond what you feel you're able to do, let them know you don't have the energy to take it all the way. You'll do something in a half measure to where your energy can take you, but once your energy's done, that's it, you're done. Second part two of this, let them know that the ways that you've been bullied and treated like the way that the trauma that you suffered. Let's just take it there because it's a general reading. The ways that you have suffered in trauma, let them know that that is why you don't have the energy at this time. You're trying to process it. You don't have the inspiration. You don't have the sex drive. These things are directly related here to the trauma that you're currently trying to process. And they need to know. They need to know. I mean, I'm not saying you haven't told them. You feel as though you're being too needy. I don't think this is the case at all. A lot of times when I pull this first card, it's like, I don't even try to say, oh, this is that, because it can mean, it can mean so many different things depending on the reading. And in your reading today, it's talking about you feel like you're being needy when they really are fucking oblivious as to what you're going through. But they love you. They see a future path with you. They care about you and they're feeling good. They've got the sun. That's a fucking amazing card for vital energy, self-love, confidence, hope, and positive thinking. So they have the ability to support you. I do think that they would. They just don't understand why all of a sudden you have this negative emotional mindset and something's off. They just don't know what. So it's important to let them know that there's a lot that suddenly has come up for you to process, some really old shit, not their fault, not your fault, but something that it's just the time. The time is now for you to process this. And because of that, you're lacking in that motivation and the energy, and there's only so far and so much that you can do. Let them know that you're still a team player by offering to help them with the laundry, okay, or the dishes. But that, like, you're just not going to be showing up the same as what they're used to for right now. And you really don't have the vibes or the energy to participate in all of the superficial horseshit that they've been wanting you to do. Death reversed. It's major change, but reverse. So I don't think that this is something that is going to change every dynamic of your life. This is really just a season for you. It's just a time. There's a few things that need to be cried over, processed, and rested on. We also got the Four of Swords, which is needing rest here at the center of what is a major issue. And even going back to this with like the King of Swords reversed and the Page of Pentacles here, learning about the ways that people were cruel to you, cruel to us, and that lasting legacy of a type of cold and calculated criticism and lording it over one's head that you're over here saying you're being needy, right? Which couldn't be further from the truth. You've internalized this past person's criticism of you as you are not worthy of love and being carried and being cared for. They had high expectations that weren't fair. They were withholding of their emotions, of their energy, of love and support and compassion. And now you're feeling that you're not deserving of it, even though your partner is here. And I really do think that they would be willing to learn and understand more about what your needs are and just carrying you through this time because they are committed to the relationship. That's it. Okay. What are you learning about? Six of Wands, your own self-love, stepping the fuck up. It's also a Saturn card, the love relationship, right? If we're on the same path together and we've chosen each other, we need to show up in equal measure. And what that means is that we carry each other in times of difficulty because we're two very different people who have come together for a common purpose. The whole is stronger than the sum of its parts, or whatever that fucking phrase is. You know what I mean. You're learning about your self-love, your leadership, Leo matters, but it's also with the Saturn cycle too. So Saturn just recently moved into Aries and is placing strain on your Venus in Leo here. Short term though, because it's a trine and it's just coming up here. You could have personal astrology that relates back to this that brought you to this video by the gods, like whatever. Okay. Anyway, for whatever reason, Saturn is showing up here saying that you have earned the right to have a loving relationship. Now is time to clean this matter up, to process the way that this person was critical and hurt you and caused you to feel that you're being needy in your relationships towards other people, that you aren't deserving of being loved and cared for in a non-egalitarian way. Because there's always times, even in an egalitarian relationship, an equal relationship, where someone's going to be going through something and the other person's going to be up on the high horse. And this is actually the high horse card too, if anyway. And then it reverses over time. And that's the natural matter of it. We're going to keep that out. So you're learning more about self-worth, self-love, how you can lead yourself to brighter days, how you can ask for help, how you can accept help without feeling like you're being too needy. What are they learning about? Four of Pentacles, how to hold on to those things that are important to them. What is of true value? Protecting their wealth and their assets, protecting those things from outside pressure as well. So it's like sequestering oneself away because you have something that you want to protect. Oh my gosh. Okay, that just made me really emotional. King of Cups at the base. The protector. They're learning about how you need protection from superficial places, people, and situations. And that is what you were asking for at this time, really. I need to heal. I need rest. I need to process what I've been through. They are learning to take what is of true value to them and how to protect it and shield it from outside criticism and influence. I want to get a card from them, from the Hidden Truth Oracle, to speak to you now. Let's talk to their higher self. Leo Venus's higher self. Leo Venus's person's higher self. Let's give us a card. What do they want to say to them? It's time for me to heal now. I look for you everywhere. You speak to me through music. I bury myself in work to forget you. Okay, so this card is a little bit in the past tense, this deck. But since this is a current relationship, I feel we're going to talk about in the present tense. It's time for healing, okay? They look for you everywhere. So that you're always on their mind. They're looking for your energy and support. And I think that that's something that they have noticed, is that you're not as present and you're not as showing up as much as you used to. It's interesting that you say that they're like being withholding with their love here. Maybe that's the case, but I wonder if you've asked, have you told them? Have you just told them and asked for their help? told them what you're going through. You don't have to have, my throat's getting scratchy. I mean, it's probably been hard for you to speak about it with this. You feel like you're coming off as negative, and normally they've always seen you as being happy go lucky, very positive, very outgoing, whatever. And so now this is what you're capable of. And so maybe you've thought that it's better just not said anything. You speak to me through music. I mean, you are in their heart. We've got the King of Cups here. They want to protect you. They want to provide for you emotionally. They know something's wrong, but they don't know what. And I bury myself in work to forget you. I think that they're just distracted with this dream and goal that they're working on. And don't take these cards too literally, please. Okay? I interpret these, right? When I pull these out in like a personal reading, it's like, I don't like those cards. It's like, okay, but it helps me to interpret them for you. I'm not going to, I'm not a sugarcoater here, but I am going to let you know how I'm seeing it. Anyway, they are too distracted with work and whatever dreams and hopes and blah, blah, blah that they've got going on. And they need a sit down with you to say, hey, you may have noticed that I'm more moody, or I'm more withdrawn. I don't have the energy like I used to, or things just seem a little off. Well, I've been really processing and thinking a lot about this thing, this person, this place, this trauma that happened to me. And it seems that right now is a time in my life where I really have to process it and able to move forward as an equal partner. Therefore, I'm simply asking that you recognize that there's only so much I can do before I run out of energy and run out of enthusiasm. And that also that I will gain my enthusiasm and energy back once I process this matter. Period. What are you releasing for your best interest, Leo Venus? What are you releasing by the end of this month? What are you going to release by the end of this month for your best interest? Three of Pentacles. Feeling the need to monetize something, feeling the need for people to appreciate what gifts and assets that you have. It's minor, but it's coming out as letting go of the need of validation for your work ethic, for your usefulness, for your mastery or skill. Based on that, I think you're going to make inroads in healing this trauma by the end of the month. Yet, I think there's still going to be more to do going forward. So be very patient with yourself. I don't see anything here that's telling me that there's catastrophe or any type of craziness. Yet, it's important that you understand why you're feeling energetically diminished at this time and why you feel like you can't relate as positively to your person as you once did, why the relationship has gone a little bit cold at this time. It's not dying. It's just a time of separation for you to focus on you, for you to heal, and for them to, also be, in support of you by managing their own energy. There's only so much that they can do. They're not going to necessarily understand where you're coming from, and they don't really have a plan in place because they don't have the understanding yet. But they do love you. They want to protect you and support you here. What are they releasing for their own best interest by the end of March? Queen of Cups. Ooh, Judgment at the base of the deck reversed. I think this is a bigger deal for them than it is for you. Because, this month in your relationship. Because I think that they're actually starting to allow you more space to be who you are and what you're going through, rather than having an expectation of you to be the emotionally supportive one at all times, the emotionally viable, emotionally solid. The scripts are flipping a little bit, and they're starting to let your their like vision of who you are, they're starting to let that go so that you to make space for who you actually are at this time. They may have even felt that they knew what your purpose was, and they're letting go of that by the end of the month, because you're showing them a new side of yourself. They thought of you in a somewhat one-dimensional way. Let's clarify love situations for Leo Venus. Enduring quest. Through struggle, build the stamina to uncover and stand by your truth. And this is even the strength card reversed there with that imagery. Through struggle, build the stamina to uncover and stand by your truth. And that's really what the strength card reverse was like showing us there, is that, there's, where was it? Whatever. I put it back in the deck. There's something to be said here for building the toolbox that is needed for further progress in all of our lives. And if you're wondering why you're having to deal with this issue now, it's because you've reached a point in your life where you can no longer move forward without healing this first, without building the strength and the stamina, and understanding what your truth is. There is a truth there, and it has nothing to do with feeling like you don't deserve love, compassion, being carried or cared for. Let's grab a card for them. Tender attentions. With care and concern, approach gently, nurturing with soft, kind gestures. Honey, I told you, okay? The cards told you. Spirit told you. Source told you. All right, so that's... Guilt is a normal feeling. Just breathe in and let it go. What's the worst that can happen by asking for help? You like to help others, don't you? You're just as deserving. And when you ask for it, it can transform everything for you. I'm like clenching my fist, like, fight. Fight, Leo Venus. Fight for yourself. Fight for yourself. Say goodbye to your past and leave the baggage behind for good. That's what you're doing. Bet on yourself. Take chances. Reach your dreams. You've got this. That's for them. And it's also for you too. They have a dream that's really where their fears are, is that they saw you as having a purpose in that. I think you still do. It just looks different than what they thought, because this process, this past, I don't know if either of you knew it was there. You might have not even known. It might have been a blind spot. Yeah, you knew that you maybe dealt with a terrible person or situation in your past, but the level to which it has sown itself into your everyday expectations out of life. And that's something that's got to be transformed before you can bet on yourself and take chances and reach those dreams, right? This is a beautiful time for your own self-healing, and we're here in a relationship reading talking about it because your person they want to help, and they just need to know what's going on. And the more that you're able to talk about it, even if it's bad news bears, the better off you'll be, and better off you'll both be. They let them in on this. So, Leo Venus, I hope that was helpful. Take really good care of yourself this month. If you liked it, please like and subscribe. You can tell, look down. Okay, I'm just getting started back on YouTube. I need momentum. So I appreciate your support for watching all the way through. Check your rising sign reading. That's already been posted for March. Yeah, take care. I love you. You deserve love. I'll see you later. Bye.